Okay, so I think the Thorpes finally got a hold of Ethan Ralph, or some might say Ethan Ralph finally got a hold of the Thorpes, because I know the narrative, the story went out from Kino Casino and others that Ethan Ralph has been calling the Thorpes and being, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Setting this up does not matter. All what matters is that Ethan Ralph talked with Grace and Ben and told him exactly how he feels, and we're gonna check that out. Let's do that. Oh, I want to say a lot of people thought Ethan Ralph was wanting to crawl his way back to Grace to beg for her, right? Okay, I just want to throw that out there for reasons.
Hey Ben, how you doing?
Whoa.
Did we hear that? Did we hear that? Let's back up. It was kind of low there.
Hey Ben, how you doing?
Already, hey Ben, I don't know. You think this will be friendly? Think this will be hostile?
Whoa. You can't say that on Rumble, you know that, right?
You daughter fucking nigger.
Oh, well, so much for crawling back to Grace to beg for her to come back and do content with. Looks like Ethan doesn't want anything to do with her. Looks like Ethan wants nothing to do with her or with Ben. So that's a win. That's a win for Ralph there. That's a win. You do not want them as producers. They're horrible. They don't do anything. I literally said they could help produce the content on the show, and they do nothing. They're lazy. They're so lazy. I'm at work all day. I need someone to write the script and tell me what to say. You know what? The ball was in their court. They had the chance. I'm still waiting on the script to say, but they just won't do it. They're just so lazy, man.
How you doing? Can you see me? You have to get real close with those spectacles. See, these are shades, buddy. I don't actually need those.
Just call the microphone.
Oh, well, I can't see your ugly face.
I talk back here. You don't hear me.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do. I mean, you fuck your daughters.
Oh, what his chat's probably like, oh, that's old news. What does the chat say? Is that her chat right there, or is that Ethan's chat? As opposed to a synthetic, what is that? They just run on pure audacity. Yeah, it looks like this could be his chat. They're Satanists. There's a lot of fat in that room.
So, I wouldn't put anything past you.
What is the swelling under your eyes, dude?
That's from wearing the sunglasses all day. I know you're used to that being from...
Oh, Ben was trying to do that. Ben was trying to do the, but weren't you beat up by Cog? Weren't you beat up by that guy? Which actually, that's not even really what happened. What really happened was Cog brought backup for a fight that he was looking for. That's so weak. Oh, man, there's a lot of Cog simps, too. They totally suck. They're the worst of the worst, man. Imagine this. Like this guy, Cog, goes to Portugal or whatever. His whole purpose is to get into a fight with Ethan Ralph, right? But he takes along with him his friend. It's actually a roommate that he lives in. Actually, I think it's the dude's house. No, the dude does own the house. It's someone he's living with. Okay, it's very sketch. It's very sketchy stuff. The dude's kind of big. He has a big build to him. He doesn't look muscular. Just looks kind of like that fat build, where maybe he can deadlift a couple, but there's a lot of fat around it. And that's his weapon. That's the person who's really getting into the fight there. Okay, that's what really happened. But a lot of people sucked Cog off for that and whatever, because no one likes Ralph. And if you try to be like this, they'll come at you, be like, oh, are you pro Ralph now? Are you gun guard, whatever? I'm glad we're past that. I hope we're past all that, because no one should really care about any of that stuff. Let's just be real. Let's just be real here. Let's be real, okay? All right. The reality is, if you're gonna say you're gonna fight someone, and you bring your friend along to do the fighting for you, what does that make you? What does that make? And what does that say about the person that you're about to that you're winning the fight. It says you're too weak to fight them one-on-one. It says you're weak, is what that says. But anyone can see that. Anyone with a brainstem can see that. But if you donate to COG, you don't have a brainstem. Oh, you just probably have a big heart. You probably have a big heart if you donate to COG because it's like charity.
From you punching your daughter in the face, but no, that's from wearing the sunglasses. Remember that time you kicked her?
Better keep them on.
Remember that time you kicked her? Remember that time you kicked her?
Oh, like I like what Ethan's doing here. He's not letting him get a word edgewise. Not a single word in. He caught them off guard. They thought he was going to be friendly. He was hostile from the beginning. He doesn't give him a chance to speak, and you can see Ben try to make a couple attempts there, and they failed.
Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Did you jack off to that?
Do you?
Remember that
Nah.
time you challenged me to a boxing match and then backed out because you were.
I remember that time, Grace, and it wasn't really a challenge. It was all in your head. Like a lot of things are just in your head. Like he'll say one thing, and then you just kind of run with it, kind of like with everything.
Pussy.
Because nobody will sanction the fight.
Man, you can't live without your dad. I don't think you know what, man, you shouldn't be calling anyone a pussy if you can't live without your dad. If you can't live without your dad. I mean, literally without your dad being right next to you all the time. That's unhealthy. That's not right. Looks like the only person you have left to collab with is me. Ben, want to have a conversation about fatherhood? About what it means to be a loving dad? Let's do that. I'm being legit. I'm being serial, man.
What are you upset about?
I just don't like you two faggots.
Oh, okay. And that's because
You're a neck.
Because he's about to say it. Because you're that. Okay? Because you're not worth anyone's time. That's why. That's why. Disgusting, freeloading bums that live on the internet. I mean, that's their grift, isn't it? They depend on it, on the tips and donations, whatever. I'm telling you, man. Like, I think if I do stream again consistently here on this channel, might be looking at these bums and looking at what they do, really, and put things in perspective here. Because I saw something the other day, and it just made me sad. It made me sad. It made me sad for COG. It really did. I saw this the other day, and let me see if I can find it here. I record these kind of like in the moment. This might be a separate video. It'll be a separate video. So look forward to that. Anyway, that said, y'all take it easy and have a good one.